Well, the One Piece chapter 779, and well, what can we say a bit quickly about this? Pika is defeated. Zoro finally has a flashback on his training with Mihawk. Mihawk was quite a funny trainer. It's proven that Mihawk has Haki because that's one of the reasons his swords can never break. Or he tells Zoro if he learns Haki that it's coded black, his swords will never break. He also says that until Zoro can learn that, no more drinking. That's actually a pretty funny way to train Zoro, coming from Mihawk, you know. I mean, I expected that guy to stab him all that time until he could get pain, but in the end he all said, no more drinking until you do that. That's so funny coming from Mihawk. But as I said before, we did not hear if Mihawk took that eye, but it's obvious Mihawk took that eye. We just don't know how yet. Either way, there are a lot of people in Usopp, of course, bailing his eyes out, thank everyone, but Zoro says they shouldn't be happy yet, since the cage is still here. Don Flamingo is not defeated yet. But then the factory gets blown up, all the dwarfs blow it up. Treble gets shocked, but still says they have Mancherie so they can do that. Given that it's true they can grab her again, but Treble, you don't have Mancherie. If only knew. Elsewhere, there has been some trouble in the path where Koala had been saying something like there is gonna be trouble up in the top, so it can endanger Luffy-kun. So Sawa decides to go there as soon as he hears that, which Koala do not like because it's almost like she's saying, "Oh, so it's okay that I'm in danger, but Luffy's not," or was it the other way around? I always say that wrong. Well, is it okay that I'm in danger, but it's not okay if Luffy's in danger? Something like that. Either way, finally we also see the Mancherie is meeting up with the Kyros, who says that she cannot be using her power yet on him because there's a limit to her power, which means that even if her tears have healing power, it's very likely though that it has something more dangerous. I just hope they do not use her ability to restore this world will shorten her lifespan. I hope they do not use that, but there's a high chance she will use that in order to bring back this Dressrosa to its former glory. As all the others, and Bartolomeo still crying as a shocked, happy fan, all the others look up and see the thing. And Rebecca still haven't changed Luffy's name. She still call him Lucy. Come on, Rebecca. The guy said himself, I am Luffy. Couldn't you just... well, the dwarves still call Usopp Usulando, so, well, I guess it's a fair deal. Finally, we switch back to Bellamy, who do some minor damages to Luffy, jumping around and doing haki. But as he says, he still admires Don Flamingo from that, and that was his plan all along. He's in mind still begging Luffy to defeat him, since he's a man who respects him. So Luffy does defeat him, in exactly the same way he defeated Bellamy all those years, 3 years ago. The only difference this time, he did it regrettably, and his hands were coated in black haki. As Bellamy falls, Luffy finally does what I always suspected him to do. He roars out in anger. But Don Flamingo just laughs, saying he will be more in shock when he sees your dead body, Law. Does that mean Law has been shot dead? Well, that would be actually a pretty shame if Law dies like that. But it's very likely Law is dead. Shoot, like that. But as I said before, Don Flamingo, you have just done the biggest mistake of your life. You have pissed off Luffy. Luffy's race is so immense now that I have that feeling Don Flamingo is not gonna get off clean. But there's also some rumors that Sabo is on his way to the Colosseum. Does that mean Sabo and Luffy are gonna team up, and Sabo is the one who's gonna die? Hell, if Sabo dies here, I'm not gonna be happy. And also, Luffy's rage is gonna be so immense that Don Flamingo is gonna die. Or perhaps Sabo will be the one who just crushes down Treble. Who knows? I mean, technically Don Flamingo is too powerful for Luffy, which I do not like, by the way. But we have all learned from previous experience that when Luffy's rage is at his peakest, and when he's fighting for a friend, and more importantly, when he is fighting with all his undying will, then not even the strongest person can stop him. Granted, I mean, he did in the Marineford do that, and he got stopped all the time. But if you think about it, he was determined all to the end, and he had the determination, he had the will, he just didn't have the power. Now he actually should have the determination, the power, and the will. So technically he should be able to defeat Don Flamingo now. But we all know how OP Don Flamingo is. But enough about that. No chapter next week. Unfortunately, the anime is catching up, so that is not a good sign. But we all know that Oda cannot work like this. So give me your thoughts if you have any.